If Cointelegraph, if you can send me a co-host invite instead of a regular speaking invite, and then I can control the guests. Wonderful. Right. Let's also, if you could send a co-host invite to Dao Sasha, although I think she just disappeared. One moment. Dao Sasha, are you a co-host? Because we need
I'm just a speaker, hopefully. Hello,
Oh
hello.
no! We need you as a co-host. It's what
All
we're
right.
used to. We need to fill up both spots because we've got so many guests.
All righty. Sure. Good. Yeah, I'll join as a co-host for sure.
Yeah. If Cointelegraph, Gareth, if you can get Dao Sasha as a co-host, please.
I appreciate it. Yeah, it's a great honor. Hope I won't bring some mess, and the conversation will be keep very fruitful as it should be.
Tyler Durden, hello. How are you doing? Right, one moment. Let everyone connect. Okay, right. Dao Sasha, you're a co-host. Very good. How are you doing, Dao?
Oh, good. How are you?
Not bad. Twitter's absolutely fixed. So
Yeah.
everything's great. We're all ready. Just gonna get to the
Awesome.
question. Right, Robbie from Animoca, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad. Not too bad. Who else we've got?
I
We've
guess
got
we should add
Galactic.
Bloom, we should add Rand. What's up, guys?
Is that Mike?
That would be myself, sir, yes.
Wonderful. How are you doing?
Doing great. It's Friday, right? How else can you be doing?
Yeah, I have no idea. All sorts of ways. Randy. Okay, one second. Let's get Bloom in. Tyler Durden's here. How are you doing?
Doing well. Just landed. Basically, I just came back from a full week offsite, and it's good to be here. 12 a.m. right now in Hong Kong.
Guys, good afternoon, good morning.
Hello, is
Hey,
that
Rand.
Kyle?
How's it going?
No, that's Rand. That's Rand.
Yep, that's me.
Aha, is Kyle coming? Because we don't have. Or you're replacing Kyle today.
Kyle
Oh,
was
I am.
replacing
Yeah.
Rand the
Sorry,
previous week.
I'm replacing. Yes, exactly. It was always meant to be me, but I couldn't last week, so it's me now.
No worries, no worries. Now everything makes sense. Perfect. Right, we've got Dormant. I think we've got Nick behind the mic. The other Nick. How are you doing?
Hello.
Hey, guys, how do you think how many beeps we get cut in September from the interest rate?
Everyone's silent.
Not financial advice.
What was the hot topic of the week in crypto, guys? What did you hear? Maybe you can share some top 3 news in crypto. I saw that Vitalik tweeted that Ethereum is good. Then we are on a good way to go. What's your favorite tweets for this week, at least, or maybe for this day? please share. I really like this. She's posting memes in the Twitter. My favorite was also the corn launch. Really nice setup and the video of this L2.
I don't know, Sasha. Mine is all about the rate cuts, because it's gonna kickstart the bull run, right? So the alt
Yeah.
season. So my
Yeah.
Twitter is full of shit posting about the Jerome cutting the rates finally. So it's all about that. Haven't seen anything about Vitalik. What is he up to?
He's just tweeted the cool tweet that Ethereum is good, basically, and shared his vision on the upcoming Ethereum expansion and improvement. So looking forward for the token 2049, and we'll see what we'll have in his backpack for the announcement.
Just got 4 more guests that we're trying to get on, but we will start if it takes too long. No worries.
Yeah, I guess on my side, believe it or not, but I actually took a few days off, so I haven't been following much of what's been happening this week. And I have to say, it feels good. My brain feels a lot more rested.
I think that a lot of people are feeling kind of the same way, especially with all the craziness around meme coins, last month and the month before. So I have a feeling that that's also contributing to why the market's a little bit slow, because people are just, taking a little bit of a break.
Mike, I think we'll slowly start. If you can, maybe I don't know if you can reach out to Max or Miles or Mark at Aether and slowly get them in here whilst we start.
Let's go. I'm on it. Don't worry. And we also have Bloom. I guess the Bloom we need to give the speaking slot.
Yeah, they're not accepting, or the main account that they want to speak from isn't here.
Presumably it's rain blowing. So yeah, I'll send you now on DM.
Give me a sec. Yeah, let me. Yeah, I sent an invite to Rain Blowing.
Cool.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Primary Markets Endgame. The first spaces from CT.com. The first one, absolutely the first one. We never had one before this, I promise. Right. So, today we're basically going to be exploring the evolving landscape of project launches in the Web3 space. As the industry continues to grow, so do the challenges, from the inefficient management of key opinion leaders to a common focus on immediate success at the expense of long-term growth. The world of token distribution has also seen significant changes, transitioning from ICOs to IDOs, airdrops, and now, of course, to node sales. A new approach emphasizing tier-based participation, and on which CT.com was founded. CT.com was also founded not just to support this evolution, but to facilitate these project launches and contribute meaningfully to the global Web3 ecosystem. Today, we're going to be diving into the nuances of these developments and gain insights directly from the trailblazers behind them, along with our valued partners and supporters that are helping shape the future of Web3. So, let's give everybody a little moment to introduce themselves. Oh, I see we have a bunch of people waiting to come in as well. Lovely. Let's start with Dao Sasha, as always. Lovely to see you.
Hey, lovely to see you again, Nick, and I happy to be here. So Dao Sasha, partnerships and community lead at 1inch. 1inch is leading the X aggregator, and we also working in CIS area and providing projects who wants to use the swaps with the developer APIs. But basically, the main product is best race on the market with the aggregation router. Thanks a lot for hosting us.
No worries. Tyler Durden from Animoca Brands.
Hi, I'm Tyler Durden. I lead a project called Mochaverse, and we have basically onboarded about 1.8 million users through Mocha ID and decentralizing user onboarding, actually with hundreds of millions of users that we have announced, and very excited to be here. We are building a product suite and SDK of account ID, reputation system, and point system being interoperable on top of the Animoca brand's 500 plus portfolio companies now.
Excellent. That's exciting stuff. I guess we'll actually say it's Robbie from Animoca Brands in that case. CEO, in fact. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for having me. So I work with Tyler, and I spend, I guess, most of my time on the investment portfolio. So our asset management business, looking at how we help grow the Web3 ecosystem through partnering and making strategic investments.
All right. Thank you very much. We've got Rand from Zama.
Hey guys, I'm Rand from Zama. We work on fully homomorphic encryption, FHE, to enable people to build confidential applications on blockchain and other platforms. And we're working with quite a bunch of the people listening here. So yeah, looking forward to the discussion.
Lovely stuff. Gareth, editor at Cointelegraph.
Yep. Hey, everyone. Gareth here from Cointelegraph, managing editor. Stepped into the role earlier this year. Really exciting time to be sort of at the helm of the multimedia approach for Cointelegraph. And I'm looking forward to this chat. It's really great to be chatting to CT.com and hearing what you guys are doing and being part of what you're launching. And also to have people like Robbie and Tyler from Animoca Brands to talk about how they've tackled fundraising, primary markets, and I know some of the backstory about CT.com and everything, so I'm very curious to hear what everyone's thoughts are on what we're planning to do together. Very, very exciting times.
Yep, definitely exciting times. We've got Mike from Galactica.
Hey guys, Mike, CEO of Galactica.com. So we're building the identity stack for Web3, pretty much to ensure a confidential FHE-powered compute over the private data points that you guys have as a byproduct of your online existence. So that's pretty much the idea. Also happen to be on the board of CT.com when selecting the projects we're going to be working with. So happy to play a role there. And yeah, guys, excited to have this discussion started.
Wonderful. And for now, last but not least, we've got Max from Triangle.
Yeah, I will comment on Max because he is traveling and has a poor connection. Basically, I'm also presenting Triangle here. Triangle is community and the accelerator program for global builders for Telegram and Ton ecosystem. So it's me, Max, and Rishi who came up to this idea, and now also Notcoin Sign and One Inch behind the signs. The idea of our initiative is to help builders scale their projects to massive audience, focusing on Telegram and the Ton ecosystem, and trying to help their revolutionary ideas to shine more brightly. This is basically it. Thanks again for inviting us.
Perfect. All right. Lovely stuff. Let's get to the first point on the agenda. So, how are today's project launches navigating challenges like inefficient KOL management, focuses on short-term success at the expense of long-term sustainability, which we already mentioned, and necessarily an over-reliance on market conditions? Do we have Nebula here? I'm still slightly confused. No, that's... Right, I see what's happened. Okay, Mike, can you tell us a bit about, let's say, the differentiation between Twitter accounts with botted followers that are essentially using the real subs of legit KOLs as exit liquidity, and how people are mismanaging KOL rounds?
Yeah, I guess, look, guys, it's very important to say that today the social capital is the determining factor and the financial capital frequently follows that. So pretty much, as you all know, many projects' reputations are proxied by the reputation of the key opinion leaders, for example, or some other sort of influencers that are a part of it. So pretty much everything is a brand these days, and therefore the social capital is of critical importance. And that's why the meta of airdrop, like a year ago, pretty much got kind of like switched to hot swapped into the meta of KOL rounds, because on a market which is so desperate for liquidity and for users, pretty much this social capital that KOLs provide was critical, and that's why they were pretty much capable to set the terms of the game. And the KOL rounds were by far the most friendly, frequently more friendly than even, I don't know, for VCs that were leading the rounds, etc. And so pretty much the thing is that because there is no transparent reputation in the market that would allow the projects to reliably and in a robust fashion determine which KOL is of good quality and which is not, it kind of creates this lemon problem that the KOL round terms, which are by far the most aggressive, are given to good KOLs and bad KOLs alike. And then the bad KOLs who do not really put any effort and who have probably botted followership because they do not put any effort, use the audience of the good KOLs that actually have a team of researchers, nice, genuine followership, etc., as exit liquidity. And this kind of creates this vicious cycle, right, just only the bad capital staying in the system. And that pretty much has led to the recent collapse of the whole kind of like influencer investing ecosystem that a lot of people here who are in the VC game, they know about. And so pretty much that's the idea. And all of that is just because we do not really have a transparent and independently verifiable way of saying that, okay, this is a good KOL, puts genuine effort, good research, actual help, assists the projects, etc. And this is just a dude who writes LFG under the post of a given, I don't know, private sale. And that's pretty much all there is to his effort or her, of course. So yeah, that pretty much is the idea. And that's what CT.com is trying to solve.
Yes, and you're building a reputation layer because reputation is what ultimately is going to make the ultimate difference at this point. We're lucky enough to have Nebula here. Guys, you're the masters of the mystic art of KOL management. So what's the secret sauce? Do you have anything else to add? Is there anything else other than reputation that makes the ultimate difference? Miles, you're a speaker, but perhaps you cannot speak. I have no mouth and I must scream. Lovely. Okay, we'll move on. Miles, if you can relog, that would be lovely. Mike, the other thing is, I've heard this observation that's been one of the motivating factors between you. You spoke to Fernando during the Dubai flood. It's been sort of conceptualized. Can you tell me a bit more about that? How CT.com came about?
Yeah, so pretty much, yeah. Let me probably drop my 5 cents here as well. That was pretty much the whole idea, that we were sitting together with a couple of well-known KOLs whose names I cannot disclose. And the thing is that they were pretty much just saying that this is like a big industry problem, that, they having all of this legit followership, legit teams of researchers, and putting actual time, effort, and money as well. Obviously, those teams are not cheap, like into their content, into their communities and stuff like that. They are getting in at the cap table at the same terms as some random dude with a Twitter account with 1 million botted followers and maybe like 100 impressions under every post. The only work that this influencer is doing is just, as I said again, writing LFG under the post, right? And these dude and those guys, which are obviously merit-wise are completely different. They are not differentiated in terms of the prices and the terms at which they're getting into the cap table. And so the idea was that, okay, so if there could be a reputation-driven way to determine the merit, which would power the allocations and the cap table design, then we potentially could arrive at much better primary markets, because the current system obviously doesn't work, and or at least it could be improved in many ways, right? And so, if there could be this way of determining good from bad when it comes to merit, be that the influencers or be it pretty much any other sort of contribution, then we would potentially be able to redefine the primary markets in a significant way.
Thank you so much.
I see we have Mark here, by the way, from Aether. Welcome,
yes,
Mark.
Yes, I saw. Lovely to see you, Mark. Mark, if you can introduce yourself.
Hey guys, yeah, Mark here, co-founder at Aether. Pleasure to be here. Pleasure to be supporting what we're building here, and big believer in the infrastructure that nodes bring and the benefit they have for the ecosystem. So, 100% on board and ready to support.
Yeah, since we have everybody here, ladies and gentlemen, do not forget to follow all of our excellent speakers because they are an absolute gem. Kyle from Zama. So you are a representative of the traditional VC space. Can you draw parallels between cap table management, which VCs like to leave in and out, and the process of assessing which KOLs can add the most value and hence deserve a place in the KOL rounds?
So I think just to clarify, Kyle, who works with me, is not here. I'm Rand. I'm the CEO actually at Zama. And I'm not a VC, but I am one of the most active angel investor in Europe. So I can also talk about that if you want.
Absolutely.
So I think, as an entrepreneur myself, I've gone through so many rounds of like fundraising, and I've done that game. In fact, I've been in crypto since 2013, and even did an ICO back in 2018 that we ended up canceling because of market condition and refunding everyone. So, like, I've looked quite a bit at the way that crypto projects have been funded over time, and I have to say that over the past 24 months ish, I barely invested in new projects because of this whole, like high FDV, low float kind of insider game thing. And it didn't feel right. Like it was so contrary to, what I felt was the crypto ethos. And so I'm really glad that, there is some kind of new way of doing things, which is a lot more aligned with the community now. I don't think that we should compare launching a token to launching a company with a cap table because I think fundamentally they serve different purpose. A company serves one single purpose, which is to make money for its shareholders. No matter what people say, at the end of the day, if you're a company, you're a for-profit entity that's supposed to generate revenue. If you're building a token, there is a much broader uh, objective, which goes beyond just generating revenue for the protocol, which is to actually provide utility to a group of people or to a community. And so I think you really have to take that into consideration when you're designing or raising funding. They're fundamentally different things.
Okay, lovely. And I apologize for getting everyone's names wrong. We've had a lot of changes from when this was actually started up. Gareth, I'd like to go to you. So, how has Cointelegraph managed to maintain its leading position in the media space of Web3 for so many years? How is the paradigm shifting, and how do you stay relevant considering how the attention economy is slowly being divided amongst all these mini apps and KOLs, etc.?
Hey, bro, I'm afraid that actually, like, Gareth has just rejoined as a listener, and we actually have Fernando instead of him. So basically, maybe it kind of makes Fernando from Nebula, right? So maybe it kind of makes sense to have Fernando's 5 cents on all of the node sale concept and stuff of that nature.
If you can ask Fernando to request the speaker role.
He's here already, bro. He's with us.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Fernando, go ahead.
I think you can hear me, right?
Yes. Lovely. Go ahead.
Hey, great to see so many familiar faces. I see Mark over there. It's been a long time, Mark. Nice to see you, and Mike and everyone. So thanks a lot for the invite. I am Fernando. I'm a CEO and co-founder at Nebula. For those ones that haven't heard about us, we are a marketing agency and accelerator in the space. We partner with amazing projects like, for example, Aether and others, where we've been supporting on different endeavors from business development to marketing. And one of our strongest suit is definitely KOL management. So you've touched very interesting points here about reputation, real value, and it's something that is very complex to quantify. I think for many years in this space, it's been more of a game of trust. It's been a game of a lot of manual analysis and time spent building relationship with KOLs, understanding which KOLs work well for which projects. And when I first spoke with City.com team, and they mentioned to us the possibility of creating a model like this, where KOLs could get reputational scores based on true data, we were amazed because we thought this could be a perfect partnership for what we do at Nebula, that is trying to maximize the value that we provide for projects whenever we onboard KOLs, but at the same time, the value that we also provide to KOLs whenever we bring them into projects to ensure there's a perfect match. And I think so far we are very aligned with the vision, and we see this as a perfect complement that we can leverage, for example, as a marketing agency. So very excited.
Excellent. Now that we sort of have a rough overview, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Let's talk about node sales. So how's the rise of node sales shaping the future of primary markets? The evolution of token distribution has moved slowly from ICOs to IDOs, then to airdrops, and now finally here we are with node sales. Now this new approach is proving more efficient, more effective than traditional token sales. It's offering better tier-based participation and other advantages. But the question remains, are traditional token sales still necessary? And will CT.com continue to engage in them? Now, I'd like to start with Aether, because we have Mark here, who knows node sales better than probably any of us. I've heard that it's not really quite a new concept, right? So what has made your Aether node sale such a resounding success?
I think I'll humbly mention that we worked with a couple of incredible partners, right? Nebula, who you just heard from, were a massive piece of our success. We have a very strong community that were bullish on what we were doing. And as a result of that, we were able to launch an incredibly successful node sale. Don't also underestimate the power of a good market, right? If you're launching a good product in a good market, obviously it's going to do better than a good product in a bad market. And in many cases, a bad product in a good market is going to do better than a good product in a bad market. So take everything that I say with a grain of salt. There's a lot that you can learn from what we did, but at the same time, without the exact same conditions, of course, very difficult to replicate. At the end of the day, the great thing about a node sale is that you're not selling tokens. You're selling a license to do work. And that's what's so powerful. You're bringing people into your ecosystem on the proviso that if they follow this selection of rules, then they will earn rewards. And that breeds incredibly high conviction users within your ecosystem, because at the end of the day, they're saying, we're going to buy in now on the assumption that over the next 1, 2, 3, 5, 10 years, we're going to earn XYZ rewards. And that is very different, I think, to the way that investment mechanisms have worked in crypto up until now. So the node sale structure, I think, is this incredibly unique and new mechanism for contributing to projects in a way that brings value, obviously, to the community, right? It gives you this participatory element, this ability to contribute to the network in a way that earns you rewards in a fair way, right? Node sales are not something that, VCs are involved, but node sales are like a public sale, right? They're very much a fair sale, right? They're like a public sale. They're available as much for retail as they are for investors. And I think that is really powerful in today's market. And then also they're fantastic for projects, because at the end of the day, you're not selling tokens. You're selling conviction. You're selling the ability of a user to contribute over time to your network. And what better person to reward in your ecosystem than that person, that contributor, that individual that chooses to invest their time and energy and focus on conducting that role that has value within your ecosystem. So I think node sales are such an efficient way of not just earning revenue and earning, not just bringing capital into your project, but also identifying the absolute people that deserve rewards within the ecosystem. And that's what's so enticing about the node sale structure.
Thank you, Mark. You certainly made a few good points there. I'd like to bring it over to the Animoca team. Perhaps we could start with Robbie. Now, you guys haven't actually invested in any node sale projects yet. So could you tell us what your long-term view on this stuff is?
So I think, my perspective is that it's a great complement to other aspects of and ways in which you can distribute value and distribute a stake in the network to participants. I'm personally still a big believer in tokens. I think tokens are the fundamental kind of building block of what we're doing in Web3, particularly for aligning interests in a network. But to be able to have other things available in terms of tools to align interests is fabulous. And in fact, one of our portfolio companies, Revolving Games, is actually working on a node sale right now. So we are through at least our investees definitely involved in this structure live in the market.
Tyler Durden, do you have anything else to add?
No, I think Robbie covered it pretty well. I think no sell is definitely it's not new, but then I think the meta truly has been brought to life by Aether and actually trigger a lot of other projects experimenting with node cells and extremely successful node cells from Aether's side. So huge congratulations to the team. I actually have met the team, Mark, like we met more than 2 years ago, exactly the same time around Token 2049 in Singapore. So it's great to see that journey.
Many
It's
times,
great to see the growth.
my friend.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, wonderful stuff. Sasha, 1inch, Triangle. So 1inch obviously helps tons of projects with development as angels, accelerators, and partners. You're also speaking on behalf of Triangle today. Could you share some comments from your perspective?
Well, I agree with the speakers that it's interesting and alternative way to basically get some funds to build the really innovative projects. And I'm on the part where basically we really so I believe in node sale when the node is basically could be a part of the infrastructure. This is the way how the project and node sale could be successful. This is also, but it's just my humble opinion. I don't want to, maybe comment on here. And but it's really great opportunity. And basically we are looking forward for this next bull market. And I believe the many projects will show their how successful this instrument, and we already saw a few beautiful examples, and the representatives are here, and I hope they will also share their expertise within CityCom platform, so we can make everything successful, and hopefully on the Triangle and 1inch side we will be happy to support not only on the technical, but also on the investment side and any introduction. So looking forward what will happen in the future.
Yeah, wonderful stuff. Definitely looking forward to it. Nick from Dormant, do you have any opinions? You got your 2 cents on node sales and where this is all going?
It's something we consider quite closely. For people who don't know Dormant, it's essentially, in the shortest term to understand it, a sleep to earn application that now has nearly 1.5 million users on our mini app. I run marketing over there. I see a lot of familiar faces in here. On the node sales side, we consider things very closely. I think that there's a lot of very positive things that come with it, and I do think that there is always an opportunity to innovate and change the way that we distribute value and look after the people who contribute most to the ecosystem. At the moment, for us, we're thinking about nodes for the, I guess, like deep in aspect of our network, our ecosystem, our application. And then we also have to consider what we think about with TGE and pure token sale on that side for the users that have been in and around what we've been building for the last 2 years. So short answer, yes, we consider it closely. we will definitely have nodes as part of what we are doing. It's just about working out the best way to execute on those and look after the people who have been very close to what we're doing since 2022, essentially.
All right, lovely stuff. If anybody else has any opinions on node sales before we go on to the final topic of the agenda, please go ahead.
Yeah, I guess maybe just one thing to reflect on what Sasha has said about, the nodes to be a part of the infrastructure. So basically, the way I understand it is that definitely there are the classical validator nodes, which is basically the kind of like technological validators. But then, depending on your SLA, that's how much percent of the inflation you are eventually getting, right? Maybe in DPoS systems, a little bit different, but that's the idea, right? And then I'm thinking of nodes as also potentially the social validators, right? So the people who are bringing in not just technical expertise, which is evaluated using the SLAs, but the people who are bringing in social expertise that is evaluated using, for example, some social metrics, right? The amount of followership and whatnot. And then this is the SLA for social validation, for example, the amount of engagement you are generating around the hashtags of the project, right? And so that can function exactly economically in exactly the same way how the validators are functioning, and there is the economics of security on the networks, right? So this is the economics of social traction in the ecosystems. So that's also, I think, something I would like to add, that the concept of the node, in my eyes, is much broader than just the validator.
Yeah, thank you for that. Let's talk about the formation of CT.com. So the CT.com board, how does it align with the broader visions and the goals for the company? And in what ways do we see the collective experience of its members driving strategic decisions that will add significant value to CT.com's journey moving forward? Of course, Mike, I'm going to bring it all the way back to you again. What building blocks make up CT.com, and why are they all important? And what are the next steps for us?
Gotcha. Yeah, so I guess I'll firstly real quickly address the board question. So these are the announcements that you guys can expect the coming week. So there are lots of board members on this panel, even on this discussion. But I'm gonna announce this, and we're gonna announce this during the next week, the coming week. But basically, the idea when constructing the board was to create a team, a set of advisors in a sense, such that the combined expertise in node sales is big enough for no project to be willing to launch elsewhere. Pretty much that's the idea. And then for CT.com to be able to bring to the market only the best deals. So that was the idea. So pretty much to have all the top industries expertise sharing the same board, working on the same deal flow, and bringing to the market only the best stuff, right? And that's the idea behind the board. And now, in terms of the technological development, pretty much, I guess we can also. I'm going to try to be not technical, not going too deep into this, but overall, the idea is that for every project, the definition of a merit is different, right? So for someone, it's the TVL you're bringing onto the network. For someone else, it's the amount of likes that you have been able to generate on the Twitter posts about that project. For someone else, it can be something else, right? So pretty much the idea behind CT.com is to enable a project to fine-tune a reputation function such that every person could compute that function for oneself. Then we would index those individuals, all of that, of course, in a privacy-preserving way, thanks to FHE magic. And then afterwards, for those people who have contributed more, get, for example, I don't know, an FDV of 10 million, and then to people who haven't contributed anything, for example, an FDV of 150 million, right? And in this way, basically, distributionally, we allow people to reflect their merit in the eyes of the project, and for the project to reward people back with better terms, right? So that kind of like, reflects what we have started this discussion with, right? With people who have low expertise or low contributions getting in on the same terms as the people who actually contribute a lot. And so basically we would like to fix that problem, and this is the way to do that. And so that will be, I guess, coming Q1 2025, the full thing. But before that, you guys can expect, I guess, already some launches in Q4. Of course, kind of like dependent on the whole macro scenario. And yeah, so that's, I think, one of the cool things I would like to say, that, we definitely appreciate Telegram as one of the most epic distribution vehicles ever in mankind history, I guess. And so that's why maybe some parts of CT.com infrastructure just might happen to be available directly through Telegram.
That's wonderful. Okay. I'd like to also get a little bit of input from Mark and Rand. Let's start with Mark from Aether. If you could give us some input on your vision for CD.com's future and going forward.
Yeah, at the end of the day, guys, we're big believers in this node ecosystem, right? I think there's no better way to onboard users, high conviction users, into a project than through nodes. And I would love to give and share all the learnings that we have from Aether to the projects that are looking to do something similar. So for me, I'm really in it to contribute to the community, to make sure that people understand the value of nodes, that people can learn from what we've done, and so that we can see more people building and contributing to ecosystems through node infrastructure. So I'm just excited to share what we've learned and to build a part of, to be a part of what CT.com's building.
Yeah, no, it's exciting to definitely have everyone here, get our first spaces up and running, and so that everybody can meet each other, all the listeners can see what's going on, and start building that community. Rand from Zama, would you like to give your
Yeah.
view?
So,
Yeah.
At Zama, we provide technologies to other companies who want to build confidential products and applications. So a big part of the work we do is to help them with anything else they need that we can potentially provide. So, we've been making a lot of introduction to investors, for example, to people building on our stack. And so for us, participating in this is a way to give another opportunity for builders in our ecosystem to launch their project, their tokens, and so on and so forth. So I think it was a very nice complementary thing to everything else we're trying to offer. And quite frankly, purely personally, also for someone in the space for a long time, I think that this is what makes sense to do today. It just resonates better than airdrops and things like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. And I'll just quickly jump back in. As a project that has done, quite a large node sale, we have a very significant group of node holders, 73,000 of them participated in the Aether node sale, and we raised somewhere in the region of 44,000 ETH during that sale, and we'd love to again offer those node holders the ability to run nodes in projects that come through CT. I think this is a really cool opportunity to introduce already selected, pre-selected, high conviction users within the node ecosystem, other projects that are really interested in tapping into this group of users that Aether has identified, that are interested in running nodes and being those builders and power users within communities. So we're very happy to share and provide access to that audience of users as well.
All righty then. I'd like to sort of finish off by going around the table, hearing a little bit of alpha about what people are building, what's upcoming for their projects, and we'll finish off with that. Unfortunately, we didn't get some of the guests that we wanted on, but I'm sure next time we'll have everybody back, and it'll be quite exciting again. Let's start with Dao Sasha. What's happening over at 1inch? What's happening at Triangle? What's happening?
Yeah, I'll keep sharing that. Basically, I want to actually focus on Triangle here because it's basically the also platform which could bring some interesting projects, and CTCom potentially could consider them for the launch. And on Triangle, we're keep onboarding the ecosystem partners, and we already have really strong funds, and we already announced some exchanges who are joining, and in the next weeks we also will announce that other really big names will join us to support the launch of the projects. And we already finished the cohort, and keep your eye on the Triangle Twitter. And on 1inch side, I'm looking forward to meet everyone in Token 2049 on 1inch party. And and also we will be happy to share our product release on that on the party. So see you there then, guys.
Thank you, Sasha. Always glad to have you here. Robbie from Animoca, what's happening over there? What have you guys got planned in the next few weeks in the near-term future?
Sure. I think it would be remiss of me not to embarrass Tyler while we've got him here in the room. But obviously, everybody knows, we have a soft spot in our hearts for the Mochaverse project, having been, an internally generated community effort. And so I think the big project for the summer has been the corresponding launch of the Mocha token for that community. And since, of course, we have our Mochaverse lead here, maybe I'll pass it to Tyler to talk a bit more about what he's been up to.
I've been trying to get him back on the panel. I'm sending invites, but I don't think it's working out. I think he needs to relog.
He looks like a speaker. He looks like a speaker on my screen.
On
Yeah.
my screen, he's still a listener. But if Tyler, if you could relog, we'll try to get you back on. And meanwhile, let's go over to Rand. And if you can talk about what your upcoming plans are.
Sure. So I think for us, the big news is that we've recently announced our FHE KMS, which is basically a complementary technology that enables managing the keys for FHE networks for decryption of ciphertext and things like that. So that was a gigantic amount of work, and so we're going to be slowly releasing that over the next few months, which means that anybody who's using FHE will not have to worry about how to actually secure the FHE keys that they need in their network. So pretty excited about that.
Yep, and we've got Tyler back. Tyler, I saw your sad face emoji. Don't worry, we've got you. Tell us a little bit about what's happening at Mochaverse. Well, he is a speaker, but perhaps he can't speak.
Elon hates Web3, bro.
Listen, I've done everything right this time, so, well, c'est la vie.
It's
Fernando.
way better than last time. This is 1,000 times better than last time.
Well, there we go. Fernando over at Nebula, yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, I think on our side, keep our hands always full. A lot of work happening. Definitely, we continue supporting Aether, Mark, and the journey that their team are following in the upcoming months. They have an amazing roadmap ahead with the Aether Cloud Portal that is going to be launched, right, Mark? The migration to Sophon. They have so 100%. Many amazing.
You know it better than me.
Well, we need to push it, right? So definitely we'll be supporting on that front to make sure that everything is amplified. And then in parallel to that, we're working with some other amazing tier 1 projects that we're also helping them grow, helping them with their KOLs, such as Blue Whale, Privacy. We're helping as well Galactica. So some amazing names. And I gotta admit, some people probably here will hate me, but I've spent the last 2 days in the tranches on the Tron and the meme coins. So yeah, just being a little bit of degen lately, but looking forward to continue working with these amazing projects and very excited about the future of City.com.
Thank you, and great for having you on, absolutely. Last but not least, of course, Mike from Galactica. Go ahead, share your thoughts.
Hey guys, yeah, well, I guess there is no better place, no better time to be, right? So I guess this is called Chronotop, actually, the place in the time intersection. But basically, yeah, I mean, I'm super excited to share the board with so many, so knowledgeable individuals with such deep expertise in various fields. So that's I guess, one thing. So the second thing is, yeah, I think that with City.com, we will definitely be able to transform the primary market has at the same time been the one of the most successful use cases of Web3, right? And at the same time, kind of like one of the generators of the biggest disasters, right? Because how many projects really survive, even midterm, very few, right? And so basically with this type of a superstar collection of counterparties, I think we can actually like bring to the market something actually genuine, something good, something long term, something that will actually have some transformative impact. Well, not like meme coins. So sorry, bro. But basically, like the idea is that something super cool. I guess that could be one of the well, that's super exciting. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for hosting me.
Mike, I'm just having fun, bro.
No, guys, thank you so much for all of you coming. Looking forward to the future of CT.com. Looking forward to hosting, hopefully, a couple of node sales, getting it all off the ground. Thank you to all of our wonderful speakers. Please, listeners, follow everybody. They're all excellent, excellent people. And with that said, guys, please have an excellent Friday evening. Have a great weekend. And thank you, Elon Musk, for fixing Twitter.
Yeah, thanks, Elon. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you
Thanks,
having me.
thank you, guys.
Have a good weekend,
Thank you,
guys.
guys. Have a lovely weekend. Thank you.
Ciao, Sasha. Invite me to your party in token. I'm ready. Bye, guys.